have changed. They have changed your shop returns policy, and you need to look at it right now, which is why I'm making a video right now. You might have noticed an email come out yesterday. They made changes yesterday. It's in draft just now. We need to look at it right now because it wouldn't be like Etsy to make a change that was going to come into effect really quickly and we had to deal with it right now, would it? They wouldn't give us not much time. Yeah, these things go into effect in the beginning of October, so we've got like a week to look at these. I have already had a ton of requests to make a video looking into this. Basically, I've had a ton of requests from people asking me to look at it because they're worried if they click on anything, it's going to change their policies, their shop policies instantly. It's not, but it is, but it's not. Let's just look at this. Let's look at what Etsy's talking about, but you need to look at this in your shop to make sure everything is okay. Let's go over and just look at this. Right. So, phew. Right, okay, I got the dates wrong. It's the 31st of October. We get to see it. So we've got a month and a week to get everything set up. So calm down a little bit. This means after this video, I'll take a bit more time getting to know these things, right? Panic over there. I was given the wrong advice there. So review your policy in the new format before buyers see it on the 31st of October. Don't know why I thought that was September. Glad to see it. We've carried over your shop's current return policy, applied it to each of your listings, and saved it all in draft mode for now. Buyers will see this from the 31st of October or sooner if you choose to publish it. So it basically sounds like every one of your new listings are going to go up with this new policy thing. Edit the policy, add more policies to apply to different types of listings, or change the policy applied to each listing. Read all about what's new. So let's read all about what's new. I already clicked that button. So yeah, how do I set my return policies on my listing? Beginning September the 22nd, yesterday, you can now apply different return policies to each of your physical listings. This lets you clearly indicate to buyers which item from your shop, if any, can be returned and gives more flexibility over your business. If you have an existing shop level return policy, we took the current policy you had for your shop and applied it to your individual listings. Please go to your policy settings to review and either accept or edit them so you can update to the new listing specific policies by October the 31st. After October the 31st, we will publish your draft policies if you've not done so already, and buyers will only see listing specific return and exchange policies. You can continue to edit these policies as often as you like after this period. For more information, check out our site update. Setting return policies on your listing clearly displays important information to your buyers. Now, remember, your shop policies, having these sorted out, impacts how you rank in search. So policies are important. So I would definitely check this out. So your return policies give buyers information including which items from your shop can be returned or exchanged, if any, and the time frame you accept returns and exchanges. Now, I kind of understand this. I am guessing, look, we know buyers don't read much, and most buyers don't go into your shop policies when they're looking to buy something. They want everything there on the listing. And if we think about it, if Etsy, as they are talking about the option for people to just buy when they see something like in an ad on a different site without having to pretty much come into Etsy, they're wanting to take away the need for people to have to come to your shop more. They want everything to be in your listing. So it makes sense. When someone clicks on a listing, they want to be able to see what is the return policy and things on that all in one place. So that kind of makes sense. And you can set different returns and exchange policies for each physical listing you sell in your Etsy shop, which is handy if you sell a range of different things. You can have different policies. that fit within the law where you are. Your policies don't trump the law. So if you're selling something in a country where you legally have to accept returns and exchanges, then it doesn't matter what you say in your policies. You have to follow the law, first of all. You can set for each physical listing in your shop or set one specific policy across all of your physical listings if everything's pretty much the same kind of thing. Buyers will see your return policies when viewing your listings. If you want to set store-wide policies for things like your cancellation and privacy policies, you can through your shop policies. So shop policies are still going to exist as well. So, okay, cool. How do I set? Here. We're going to look at that in a minute anyway. Create policies. Oh, cool. We'll look at that in a minute. I'll show you in real time. How do I change them? Yeah, it's the same way. How do I use a simple return policy? If you choose to use a simple return policy template, the following settings are applied. Buyers can return or exchange the item, must return it within 30 days. Buyers are responsible for any return shipping costs. Yeah, that's a dodgy one. These settings are standard on all returns and not specific to the simple return policy. So it's saying buyers are responsible for any return shipping costs. That's not the law in some countries. That's all I'm going to say there. Buyers are responsible for any loss in value as agreed upon if an item isn't returned in its original condition. So both these are site-wide, Etsy-wide policies that the buyer has to pay the return shipping cost if they want to return or exchange an item. Check the law in your local area. Choose this option by selecting Apply Simple Policy and select Publish. Do I need to accept returns or exchanges? Okay, that sounds good. Whether you choose to accept returns or exchanges on your listings is completely optional based on your individual business needs. However, consumer protection laws in the EU require some sellers to offer a minimum 14-day return policy on orders that ship to these countries. There's a help article. Look into it if you sell to the EU. Look into it, but don't be hating on the EU. It's still good. Can digital downloads be returned? It's not possible to set returns or exchange policies on your digital items. If a buyer contacts you about an issue, you can still choose to resolve as you see fit. So this is the thing. Even if your shop policies say, I don't accept returns for any of your listings, you can, if there's a good enough reason for it. I mean, I noticed that my shop doesn't accept cancellations, but if I can't get hold of a customer or they're doing my head in or something, I can break my shop policy. I can make an exception. But anyway, let's have a look in the listing manager. Oh, go away, free guarantee. So if you're wanting to see, because Etsy has in draft mode decided to set up to put some of your listings into the returns and exchange policies. It's in draft mode, but you need to check this because it's applied different policies to different listings, and I'm not sure how it's decided what it's doing. I've got an idea, but I'm not sure. But you want to be able to check. So if you scroll down here in your dashboard listings, scroll down, there's the returns and exchanges policy, and you can have a look. So here is my editable profiles, things that I can change, and Etsy's preset for digital items. So yeah, any digital items will have automatically been put into no returns or exchanges section. In your editable ones, it's decided to put 78 of my listings into no returns or exchanges. This will be because they're custom, personalized, made to order items, and returns only. And it shows within 30 days. Excuse me. So it's put 9 of them in here. So for me, I'm happy with the 78 being in no returns or exchanges, but I want to see what are these 9? What's going on here? So you can look at only the ones with that. So yeah, these aren't custom things. That's not custom. That's not custom. That's all right. I think that one's in the wrong place. So shall we change that? I think we shall. You don't seem to be able to easily change your return and exchange policy. You've got to go in and edit it. But that's okay. We can do that because I wanted to show you this anyway. So you just scroll down. It's just the same as your shipping profiles, really. Oh, they've moved. Yeah, I didn't add any attributes to this one. This is a very old listing. I've got to sort it out. Yeah, let's find out why they think I'm wrong with this. So listing this is my problem. It's a very old thing. When did you make it? Made to order, and I bet that would have put it in the right place. So there we go. That makes sense. But you scroll all the way down past your shipping information and you'll come to returns and exchanges. So there's a link to learn more about it, or you get change policy. And here you can create a policy. It's in the returns only 30 days, but I want to change it. So I just hit apply here. And when I publish this, hey, here we go. When you publish, your return policy changes will be saved, but won't be visible until the 31st of October. So that's good. So I'm changing it in here, but it won't go live yet. That's handy. I thought they automatically went live. So awesome. That's cool to know. Yeah, more stuff. I just want to check something while we're in here. So if I pick a couple of my listings, editing options, descriptions, personalize. No, I can't. So you can't bulk change which return policy it's in. But if you want to, where did I find it? It's in settings, policy settings. Was I right with that? Is that the right place to go? Yes. Settings, policy settings. So you've got another big old thing here. You can keep a single policy for your entire shop or multiple policies for different items. 31st of October, buyers will see it. So this is what it's going to look like on your listing. So it could say returns and exchanges are accepted within 30 days, or it'll say returns and exchanges not accepted. Please contact seller if you have any problems. So that's cool. Yep, so that's all good. And then you have your policies as we had before. So you can change your policies, you can edit. Let's see what we can edit within here. Not much. So I don't accept returns, yes or no. I don't accept exchanges. So you can choose yes or no for either of these. And yeah, that's that's about it. But if we change that, I do accept returns. Buyer must contact me and send the item back within, and you can pick between 7 days and 90 days. And you can't change this. Buyer is responsible for return postage. Buyer is responsible for loss. Good to know. Yes, I want to cancel. Thank you. So you can create a new policy. I'm sure it's the same. Do you accept returns and exchanges? Yes or no? Date. Yep, that is all we are able to edit. Okay, so there's not much there. So that is your returns and exchanges policy that will be on individual listings now. Cancellations. Set shop-wide cancellations. There we go. So yeah, you can put that there. There's an option to edit this, but you can't add. Of course, you can't add. Yeah. Do you accept? Yes or no? Fair enough. Privacy policies. Yes, and you can change that. Fixed policies. So yeah, okay. Come back to me. So what some people were asking was, for those of us with very old shops, we have grandfathered policies in which gave us more options to edit things. That does look like that's going to be taken away from us. There didn't seem much option to edit. I can't say 100%. I've not seen anything or heard anything on this, but it looks like they'll be taking away that ability. It looks like you're going to have to add things into your FAQs, into your listing descriptions. But my feel is they're wanting everything to be obvious in the listing without people having to go into your shop, which to an extent makes sense to me. But that's me just had a quick look at it. We don't need to panic so much. You've got about 5 weeks to check on this, learn more, message Etsy, ask questions and stuff. I didn't need to panic as much as I panicked there. It's not a massive rush for us to have to do everything, but make sure and look at it, figure out what's going on. It would be best to make sure that everything's right, like before the last minute. So if there's any teething troubles, you can get in touch with Etsy. As always, let me know what you think of this. I don't really care. This is a hard one to say. I don't have any strong feelings either way. My policies weren't a big deal. I didn't check them that often. Whatever policies I'd put down, the EU policies were usually stronger anyway. I'm in the UK, so that makes it dodgy, but I'm still following EU policies. And generally, I haven't had to use any of my policies ever since 2007. I deal with customers. It's all good. Yeah. So I'm not overly worried about it. I'm not panicking. In the comments, tell me why I should be. Change my mind. Anyway, let me know what you think and have a good weekend, and I'll have some more videos for you next week.